Hello, this is Marvelous Action Figures and I'm Paul, and it's a proper video for a while, not a short. It's my favourite time of year where we do our top 10s, and there's loads out there already. And here, this is my Marvel Legends top 10. There's 15 here, they're in there, there's 10 in there, trust me. So this is going to be my Marvel Legends top 10, and I'm also going to have a action figures of all ranges top 10 as well, coming very soon, or you've already seen it depending which way round you're watching these ones. And thanks very much if you have. And by the way, you can like and subscribe to the channel as well, Marvel Action Figures. And by the way, if you'd like to see all these figures lined up in some articulated comic book art, a bit of Akbar, a bit of toy photography, then you can check me out at Marvelous Action Figures _ on Instagram as well. That'd be great. Thank you very much. So this is my top 10 Marvel Legends. They're my top 10. Remember that with all these top 10s, they're my top 10. I'm no expert. You're as much of an expert as I am. But these are my 10 based on my preference, my favourite. And I'll try and explain a little bit about why as we go through as well. So they're my top 10. I'd love to know your top 10. So do stick them down in the comments. Do let me know if you think I've got anything wrong or if I've missed any, because there's loads of other figures as well this year. I've had a very, very good year of collecting Marvel Legends. Very good year. So I am going to enjoy all the Marvel Legends we've had, but these are my particular favourite picks out of them this year for 2024. So very, very pleased with what I've got. There's a couple missing, which, now again, one thing to caveat, this is how they're going to fall in the year. These are Marvel Legends that have dropped in 2024 here in the UK where I am. And that's why they're in my 2024. Now, obviously, they wouldn't get in it in some of your other places, because some of you would have had loads more figures. There may be some missing out of my top 10. And you think, well, why didn't he put that in? That'll be because they probably haven't dropped in the UK yet. And I'm talking about Black Suit Spider-Man from Secret Wars, which has not dropped here in the UK yet. Neither has a Beyonder, and neither has Titania. We do have the Captain America, who is there at the back. We do have the Wolverine, which is here. And I have got the Iron Man, but it's very similar to a lot of other Iron Mans. It's quite cool, comes with a roller skates. So that has dropped. We haven't had the others yet. So they would have probably made my list. Inevitably, that Black Suit Spider-Man would have made my list. So it's going to have to be a 2025 list, which is a bit weird because it's 2024 elsewhere. So that's the principles. It's my 10. It's the 10 that have dropped in the UK this year. And it's my favourite. Not so much the best, because I'm no judge of what's the best. So it's my favourite. So here they are. Let's start with 10. And what I'll do, without knocking all these over, I will cut and we'll come back with my number 10 front and centre. Okay, in at 10 it is, boom, Iron Fist, the immortal Iron Fist. Danny Rand, great figure, beautiful figure. Comes in the 2-pack with Luke Cage, who is here. So I'm counting them separate because there's a few here that have come out of 2-packs or 3-packs in some cases. Looking at you, Fury. So I put Danny in at number 10. It's a great figure. It's got everything. It's got phenomenal articulation all over the figure. It's got toe articulation, the absolute mainstay of figures that you need when you want these bad boys to get crouched down, particularly for a martial arts fighter as well. It's a really, really top draw figure. Comes with lots of accessories with it as well. Really, really cool. So this was an absolute winner of a pack. I would have liked the pièce de resistance to have been a Power Man version, better than that rubbish one they gave us a few years ago. However, I'm not complaining. But this Iron Fist, comic accurate Iron Fist, absolutely exceptional. An easy pick for number 10 for me. Okay, well, that was quite simple. Let's keep going. Let's do another switcheroony and let's look at number 9. Coming in 9. Venom, 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 Venom. Oh, enough of that rubbish song. So it is the Marvel Legends Venom. It is a reissue, but it's a great reissue. I've missed out on this version. It came in the 3-pack, I think is in 2023. And we've had a few versions. So this was on the Spider-Man retro card. I missed out on those ones. I got the Venom and Null 2-pack one, which is great. But this is the comic book Venom. There's no doubt about it. And as a comic book guy of old school 80s and 90s. This is the Venom, a brilliant figure. Again, articulates fantastically well. Bulky, it's got the chunky plastic that you want, works brilliantly well with Spider-Man. Hello Spider-Man, looking at you. And it's a great figure. So as not the biggest Venom fan, loved him when he first came out, then found he was overused, but this is the Venom for me from the comic books, the original OG Venom. So it brings back all the feels. It's obviously in that symbiote costume look to it as well, which is the best costume ever designed. So yeah, a solid number 8 for me. Venom on the list. Is that number 8? Number 9 even. Getting too carried away. A great number 8 for me. I've done it again. Number 9. I'm too excited to get to number 8. And number 8 is coming right now. Okay, into number 8. Definitely number 8 this time. And I'm giving you a little bit of time to look around the screen and work out which one's moved. And the one that's moved is Nicholas Fury. This is an exceptional figure. It came from the 3-pack. Well, 3-pack with Dum Dum Dugan and Sharon Carter. Dum Dum Dugan is also a great figure, as is the Sharon Carter. But this Nick Fury is absolutely exceptional. I slept on it initially, but then when I picked it up, you've got the double head sculpt. So you've got the Samuel L. Jackson version or the Ultimate comic version. But this is obviously the Fury I grew up with. Obviously, I love the other version, but this is the Fury I grew up with. That head sculpt is just an absolute work of art on Nick Fury. Absolute work of art. The accessories that come with it, it's got everything you need. The one thing it didn't have actually, everything you need. Would have been nice for a little cigar stub to have gone with it. But a glorious figure, articulates fantastically well, pinless, smooth, great paint application, phenomenal head sculpt. Could have been higher, but it sits at number 8 on the list, and now we're into the big old 7. At 7, who's got the power? Luke Cage has got the power. This is the Luke Cage we wanted. This is the Luke Cage we wanted. This does make up for that rubbish Power Man version that had no torso articulation and the sleeves showed his muscle, his arms underneath. But my goodness, this is glorious Luke Cage. Absolutely phenomenal figure. The perfect size and sculpting, pinless beauty. Absolutely exceptional head sculpt. Comes with an angry fighting head sculpt as well, and hands, grubby hands. It's beautiful. It's so simple. It's so classic. It's perfect comic book look, and again it goes perfectly with Danny Rand. So you have the Power Man and Iron Fist matchup here. A beautiful figure. Everything about it is great. Even look at the veins on this bad boy. Beautiful. So pleased with the figure. Could have been higher, nearly was higher, and I'm saying that a lot with all the figures, and it's actually testament to the quality of Marvel this year, Hasbro Marvel Legends, that I could move these all around, to be honest. They're so good. But Luke Cage is in there as a glorious number 7 on my list. Okay, 7 down, number 6 to go. All right, okay, let's hit number 6. Who's moved? Can you tell who's moved? Oh, I'm not sure. I think it's pretty obvious looking at the background there. Boom. Hulkbuster incoming. And again, I nearly slept on this at the start. It's not my favorite Hulkbuster version, but I'm not kidding. It's an absolute brute. It's beautiful figure. It actually articulates really well. Got loads of accessories with it. Got the Tony Stark head with it. And actually, when you break it down, this was $60, £60, 60 quid. $60 here in the UK, which, if you take the fact that if this was a builder figure of this size, then you'd be talking £25 a figure to get everything. So you'd be looking at £125 worth of clobber just to get this bad boy. So half that price on its own for this giant piece of plastic, that's actually a bargain. I actually think that's a really good price. So that's, it's 2 and a bit figures to get this. So well worth it. Again, it's comic book version. It's fantastic. It's got everything you want with it. It's glorious figure. It stands so well. It articulates brilliantly. It's there you go. It shows you how well it articulates. It is such a great, fun figure. And that goes back in. Easy. There we go. I really love having it in the collection. It's perfect for smashing down with Hulk and loads of the bigger figures, your Thanos and all these sorts of figures. So it's perfect for that. So yeah, really pleased with this one. An easy pick and a definite top 10 for the figure. Definitely in terms of values, one of the key reasons it gets it into that top 10 this year. So that's it. We're halfway through. We've had Iron Fist, we've had Venom, we've had Nick Fury, we've had Luke Cage, and we've had Hulkbuster. We're 6 down. We're 5 to go. Who will be top 5? Top 5 time. Ooh, who could it be? Who could it be? I can't think what's disappeared off the screen. Let's not muck around here. It's Ghost Rider. Danny Ketch Ghost Rider. Yeah, love this comic book run. Big Johnny Blaze fan, but I love the original Danny Ketch run when that first came out. This Ghost Rider, again, part of the Marvel 85th anniversary, as was Hulkbuster, as were Paramount, Luke Cage and Iron Fist. Came out of that range. Super figure. I mean, again, same price as the Hulkbuster. Big bit of plastic. Great figure. Excellent figure. Really solid Ghost Rider figure. Flame effects that go with the bike. So you've got the front wheels, you've got this one that go on the back as well. And then you've got a stand as well, so you can have him sort of tipped up, wheeling forward as well. Really good. There's some nice weathering on the front of the bike. You could have done with a little bit more on it, but it looks sensational. It's an excellent piece, and again, a really great figure to have. We didn't get the Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider from the, that's because I was watching my friend Chris's HasLab review. Hello Chris. So a Geek Figure fan, by the way. So hasn't got we didn't get the HasLab Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider, but we've got this Danny Ketch one, and it's a super figure. It really is. It articulates well. Again, great accessories that come with it. It's got a great head sculpt to it. So super pleased with it. I've got the Mezco Ghost Rider, and you know what? I know obviously you're talking way different quality, but stand them up against each other, it actually works really well. It's a great comparison. So yeah, really pleased with this Ghost Rider. It was a solid number 5 to get into the list. No argument about that. I'm very pleased to have him in the collection. So okay, my friends, that's 5. What's 4? At 4, we're going right back to the start of the year. Remember the early days of 2024? Remember the early days when we got this bad boy figure, Scarlet Spider. And again, an absolute game changer in terms of a figure, because I thought when you saw this top on him here, I thought that might restrict the articulation. It absolutely doesn't in any way. It's a beautiful figure, a great paint application to it. I actually cancelled my Mayfex version for this version because I thought this was going to be good enough, and it really is. Toe articulation, great paint application to it, excellent sculpting, loads of accessories. Again, really super figure. So that kicked off 2024 in style, and it stayed an absolute favourite of mine in terms of this Marvel Legends range for this year. And that's a real credit to Hasbro. It's really stuck out all year, and even with these fantastic other figures that have had come into it as well, it's been a real top figure. A lot of love for this Scarlet Spider figure. So yeah, very comfortable number 4 on my list. Very pleased with it. Okay, we're getting there. 3 to go. We've got the big 3. What is the Marvel Legends Trinity? What have we missed? What's missing in here? You can probably start to work out who it's going to be potentially. 3 to go. Let's have a look now at number 3. Okay, at number 3, putting the fun into action figures. It is the Iron Man Mark 9. It came out of that sweet retro card Iron Man range, sort of midway within 2024. Some really cool Iron Man figures in it. The Mark 2 suit, which was excellent. Mark 20, which is also a really good figure, very underrated figure as well. And this absolute beauty. Obviously, She-Hulk was in that range as well, in that wave. A beautiful figure. It's just so much fun. That's why it's in there. It's just fun. This is exactly the reason. It's this type of figure right up there with the Iron Man from the Secret Wars range, which actually I do have to hand. I've just made a quick grab across. So there is the Secret Wars version, minus his roller skates. I've just taken them off him at the moment. But these are the reasons I got into collecting figures when I was a kid. It's just so fun. This is like, it's close to the Secret Wars figure, which is a Secret Wars figure here. But it's this whole thing. It's this fun, simple, beautiful colour. Let's get rid of him. Goodbye, Iron Man. This fun, glorious colour scheme. It's just simple design. It stands brilliantly. The original one of this wasn't that good, to be honest. This Mark 9 is glorious. It fits in right after Armor Wars, which is my completely favourite Iron Man saga of all time. Issues 225 through to 231. And this armour took over from that. And it's just so much fun. And that's why it's there. It's just such an easy way. This is the point of these figures. You just want to, this one, I just always want to pick it up and just start posing it and playing around with it. It's just super cool. It's just so much fun. It's everything you want from figures, which I've said about 20 times now. So yeah, I mean, it could have been number one. Again, it's just beaten by but just two absolutely fantastic figures that as figures are the reason that they're there. But as an absolute piece of fun plastic to play around with, pose and give you all the nostalgia from back in the day, this is that figure. So yeah, absolutely. Iron Man Mark 9, you've done a great job this year. You are my number 3. Okay, 2 to go. Right, 2 left. They're all there. I haven't taken any out yet because otherwise it'll start to give it away now. 2 to go. Okay, at number 2 in my top 10 Marvel Legends of 2024 is Warbird. I mean, it's Miss Marvel to me. It's always been Miss Marvel. It's Carol Danvers. It's Warbird. This figure, so excited when this one dropped. We've now got the dark Miss Marvel version coming in 2025 as well. This figure is phenomenal. Again, female figures, Hasbro have really upped their game this year. Just missing the toe articulation. We got it with Black Widow. Why couldn't we get it with Warbird? Come on, dudes. That's all that was missing for this. That potentially put it at number 1, to be honest. But again, perfect figure. Absolutely straight out of the comic book. 2 great head sculpts. A limited amount of accessories, but, you know, there's enough of these figures to mix and match anyway, and it's just glorious. Articulates like an absolute dream. It's the perfect version if you're team building your figures and you want that new Avengers run, a sort of mid 2000s, 2008, 9, 10, around that mark, with Luke Cage, with Iron Fist, with Spider-Man, with Doctor Strange. You need Warbird in this costume. You need that one there, and she fits perfectly with that, and it's just an absolutely phenomenal figure. So an easy pick for number 2 on my list. Again, could have been number 1. That toe articulation may have swung it. Okay, so let's put her here. There you go, Carol. Thank you, Captain. Okay, my number 1 is in here. I will try and reach him or her without knocking everything else over. And we're moving around the list. And it's the boom. It's the Punisher. Frank Castle, an absolute dream of a figure. Came in a 2-pack with Bushwhacker, who I've currently got set up in a battle with a Mayfix Batman. That's why I haven't put him over here as well. I've just changed the head on him, so he's a goon. This figure is stunning for what is such a simple paint application, but look at the weathering on the skull, look at the detail in there, look at that face sculpt, and obviously it comes with the angry fighting battle cry face as well. It's just perfection. This is actually my first Punisher figure that I've picked up. I've always been so with the Punisher, and I missed the classic comic version, obviously the white boots and the white gloves, which I really wanted, but on the second-hand market that's so hard to get. So I looked at this one, shall I? And then I just started watching it reviewed, and obviously it came out in a lot of other countries a lot earlier than it did here in the UK. And my goodness, I could not resist it. And it's just phenomenal. It's just absolutely everything you want. I mean, again, it works well with Joe's as well. He's got the right bulk to him. He articulates fantastically well. Could have had the toe articulation again, would be perfect to it, but it didn't. But it doesn't really need it. It's just phenomenal. Bags of accessories again as well. So an easy number 1. Everything about this figure just scream. Well, saying screams fun, it doesn't, because he's got a violent, horrible character. But everything about this figure is just perfect in terms of what you're looking for in a Punisher figure. So yeah, so that is my number 1 figure for the year. Okay, there you go. That's my 10. A great 10 that I'm very, very happy with. 10 is Iron Fist. 9 is Venom. 8 is Nick Fury. 7 is Luke Cage. 6 is Hulkbuster. 5 is Danny Ketch Ghost Rider. 4 is the Scarlet Spider. 3 is Iron Man Mark 9. 2 is Warbird. And 1 is the Punisher from Punisher War Journal. That's my 10. I'm very pleased with my 10. But what do you think? As I say, let me know. Drop it down in the comments. Hit that like and subscribe if you're not already. And if you are, thank you very much. I genuinely appreciate it. 2025, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep chucking loads of reviews out and look at different figures and keep doing some set pieces and some articulated comic book art. Don't forget you can follow me on Instagram as well at Marvelous Action Figures with an _. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. Take a look out for my other video, which is the top 10 action figures of 2024 of all ranges. And that is it for now. And I will see you again soon. Thank you very much. Here's to a great 24 and an even better action figure filled 2025. Bye for now.